Hello and welcome to Southeastern. My name is Jared Reno and I'm one of the instructors here in the Department of Industrial and Engineering Technology. I'm here to give you a tour of our building and to inform you about the different programs we have. We're going to make the distinction between engineering technology and engineering and go through the different programs we have here at Southeastern. Starting with the building you're in is one of the newest buildings on campus. It is also one of the largest buildings that house completely labs or lab-based courses, and it is 70,000 square feet of those labs and classrooms. And I'm going to introduce you first to our construction lab. We are walking through the construction lab right now, and in this lab you'll notice that we have a lot of construction equipment. You also notice we have a little bit of concrete work and various building materials. We donate a lot of our products to places like Habitat for Humanity and other nonprofits. That way our students are getting real world work as well as helping our community. We also want our students to get experience with the most technical equipment there is, or the most up-to-date equipment. And in all of our labs we have the latest and greatest technologies. As you can see looking around, we have the latest planers, the latest saws, the latest testing material, and that is all thanks to our industry partners and the work that our staff and Southeastern has done throughout this program. In this lab we focus mainly on our construction engineering program. In that program we do estimating, we do material testing, and we do the actual construction of a project. Now with this degree you are more focused on becoming the manager or the project manager for a company versus the person actually making the products, but it's always good to know a little bit of both. We are currently standing in the Welding Technology's new laboratory, which is our inspection laboratory. We recently updated this lab because we have a new concentration in welding technology. In this program you're not becoming a welder, but either a welding inspector or a welding supervisor. So upon completion of that program and that concentration, you actually have to pass the CWI exam or CWS exam. So you, one, get a college degree, two, you get a certification on top of that degree. We are very excited about this new program. Much of the equipment you see is either donated from industry or completely brand new that we got through grants or various companies donating to us. We developed this course simply because industry said they wanted welding inspectors and welding supervisors. We are currently standing in the material construction lab, and this is actually the biggest lab that is on campus and one of the biggest labs in the state. As you can see, we have various machinery everywhere while also having a classroom upstairs. So students go straight from the classroom to the laboratory, and it's something we like about our program and strive to have for our students. Once they learn something new, they go and apply it directly in our labs immediately. Here in the construction lab we focus on mechanical engineering and our project management and our facility design. In this lab, because it's so big and so versatile, we can have a lot of different programs and concentrations in the same lab and classroom. As you can see, we have lathes, mills, we have shears, we have plasma cutters, we have welders, all in the same lab, and that is to make us versatile and to give students as much hands-on experience as possible with, again, the latest and greatest equipment. We're located in our robotics laboratory now at the end of the hallway. In this classroom we take all the manual tools that we learned in our material construction classes, and we're going to apply computer programming to it, known as CNC machining. In these classes we learn how to program G-codes or create G-codes, and while also using pneumatic and hydraulic systems to move components around, or if need be, electrical circuitry. We learn how to use robots, how to use conveyor belts, how to use computer systems, all integrated to perform a task that we need. Next semester our students should be able to have access to a 5-axis mill, which Southeastern has never had before. So we're very excited for that, and it's just a great opportunity for our students. Southeastern is one of the only universities to offer a program in occupational safety and health in the entire nation. Our program was developed, again, from our advisory committee meetings and industry telling us what they wanted. With this program, we are currently actually moving towards a master's degree in the same program, and it is very favorable for construction and the industry, because it's, again, what they want. It's what they requested, what they asked for. So many students are applying to that concentration and doing very well in that concentration. We are now in the OSHA laboratory, where you can see various equipment spread out across the room, and all this equipment is very sensitive, and it's specific for a certain safety aspect, whether it be measuring decibel levels, measuring fumes in a closed vessel, whether it be for calculating electricity or heat. And these are very sensitive pieces of equipment that takes very technical people to learn how to use. So here at Southeastern, you get to learn all these different aspects that come with occupational safety and health. Here in our electronics classroom, you'll see that we focus mainly on our electrical engineering coursework. In this coursework, we focus on how to safely and efficiently control electricity for making products and making computer systems. We have a fluid power lab where we learn about basic hydraulics and pneumatics, which is key for any industrial technology student. And hydraulics and pneumatics are in almost everything that we use, whether it's your car, whether it's in your house, or any personal devices. They are either use pneumatic and hydraulic systems, or hydraulic and pneumatic systems were used to create them. So we want our students to have a basic understanding of that, regardless of what field they go into. This is another lab that you'll see a classroom and a lab are combined together. In the front of the classroom, we have our seats with our teaching station, and behind the seats are all our pieces of equipment, all our valves, all our training stations, which again allow students to go straight from the classroom to the lab. The last lab on our tour is our drafting lab. As you can see in this classroom, we've updated it to make sure we are COVID safe, and we've spread out our seating arrangements and our computers to make sure our students are safe. This is one of the oldest programs we have here at Southeastern and in our department, and that just attributes to how important drafting is. Drafting is focusing on the design of any project, whether it be a computer, a house, a boat, whatever it is. You're going to have to draft plans, and we do that now with computers, or computer aided design. So we learn various CAD systems that allow you to either 2D or 3D model whatever product that you need to create. With a degree in drafting and design, you are basically the mediator between engineering, the customer, and or the manufacturer. You simplify what's happening so that everybody can understand it. Here in our department, we have three main programs. We have Industrial Technology, Engineering Technology, and Occupational Safety and Health. Within those three programs, we have 15 concentrations that allow our students to broaden their horizons and do whatever they're passionate about.